And we should be live. Still preparing things though. There are so many solutions this week. Like, god damn. I see people in the chat. Hello. I should probably... Did somebody post a link in the... You posted? Let me post a link in the chat. Here to see how I handle a puzzle with this sort of metric from the host side. I see. Alright, alright. Well, I mean, in terms of streaming, I don't know if this is gonna be much more different. I asked most people to like just tell me what solves they want me to show. I hope this has finished downloading. Should have been. I'm checking the scores for someone. Hi, Hexton.
Hello.
You want to see what visualizers we have, what people have to say, how long it goes? I don't know how long it's gonna go. I'm not one known for streaming for very long. And we're not gonna show, like, you know, all the solutions that each person submitted. That will take forever. We do not have the time for that. Anyways, it's 10 p.m. over here, and that means it's the deadline's up. Hope everybody has submitted their songs.
I just noticed the title.
Oh, hi everyone, welcome to Sapphic Mercury. What's Sophic Mercury? Never heard of that puzzle. Nuh-uh. Anyways, I'm probably gonna be turning off my Twitch. Hopefully the stream is running well. My Wi-Fi's been having a lot of issues lately, and yeah. Is Vilfok gonna be coming? Oh yeah, we're gonna be done in 5 hours. Don't worry about it. Probably we can wait around a bit for people to start rolling in. Mr. Royal Space says, can't stay for too long, but glad you made it. Hi. If I recall correctly, you'll probably be coming up soon. No? No. Never mind. I'm mixing you up with someone else. Oh yeah, no. Somebody else's name starts with an M and goes first. Yeah, stream is on Twitch. It was meant to be Zorflax week, so 5-hour stream was thematic. I don't know if I can talk that long to like give you all a 5-hour stream. Yeah, I don't think my internet is fast enough to stream on both Discord and on Twitch, but if it calls for it and I need to show someone the video stream without stream delay, I'll do that. Anyways, now that the time is up, I'm going to do one last download of all the solutions. Just refresh the page a few times. Make sure everything is here. Yeah, I missed something. Silux always sent one solution. Y'all are cutting it close. I can call you Spade to just cut a few syllables? Alright. Nah, you're probably pretty deep in. Then again, there's a lot of solutions that have to score really far to see anyone. If you're not, like, intentionally not submitting many solutions. Also, if my voice sounds a bit weird, I had COVID this week. That would be why. But, you know, hopefully I'm all better now. Well, we're not gonna be streaming the showing all the solutions by a person unless they decide that I need to look at all the solutions. All of them have notes. It's fine. It's like my second time getting COVID, and I've gotten 3 shots already.
Oof.
Yeah, I mean, last time was, I don't know, a few years ago. That time was a bit worse.
Well, glad it isn't worse, I guess.
But alright. I think we are ready to begin. So, hello everyone. Welcome to week 5 of the Opus Magnum 2024 Weeklies. For this week we have this puzzle presented by hi Fennel, presented by Vilfuck, I don't know how to pronounce his name. But this puzzle is called Sophic Mercury, lovingly changed into Sapphic Mercury by me for all the stream titles and whatnot. But yeah, this puzzle is, you know, relatively simple in that you have 2 inputs, 1 output, and the ratio is 5 atoms in the output. I think it's either 3 quicksilver, 2 silver, or 3 silver and 2 quicksilver. So it depends on what you want to pull, and at different cost points we will see like different methods being used. But yeah, that's this puzzle. Haxon, do you have much to say about it?
Not really, actually.
Yeah. So, I don't know exactly the process that we did to come up with how this metric worked. I wasn't really following along on the early discussions, but it's been interesting for sure. I have joined in on more of the discussion of how the stream shall be presented. So I can tell you all first that we will first go through the rankings, starting from the person with the most Pareto area and working our way down. And for that, we also have a fancy overlay created by Panic. It's really nice. Let me show you all. So to do that, though, we will be starting with our Pareto area, or as you call it, Pareto bucks. Shout out to Panic, yeah! Panic is amazing and has been doing like excellent tooling for like all of our competitions. But yeah, first of all then, we have, in 43rd place, we have 43 submitters. I think, is that the most from,
Yeah, I think so.
Is that the most in the weeklies? Damn, that's even more than week 1, and we thought week 1 was already a lot, and I don't even remember what week 1 was. Oh wait, yeah, it was, it was a pitch drop experiment. I streamed it. Damn. My memory is shit. Anyways, first off then, we have...
I also... Then I actually posted the week 5 on Reddit. That might have helped.
Maybe. And also, it's an easy puzzle. So easy that you all made, like, so many solutions for it. This is the most solutions I've ever seen on the website.
Right.
But yeah, let me overlay my AHK in a way where I can see everything clearly. Anyways, we have him 43rd place at a number so big that it's been cut short. 124,995 by Matter Monkey. Look, it's a fancy overlay, everyone. Somebody actually did it, I know. One submission at that exact point. Yeah.
Taking the largest, maximizing the score.
Am I doing this right? I hope you are. Anyways, now that we're here, let me explain the numbers in the bottom right. In case you do not know, the big number is your Pareto score, or Pareto points, as everybody has been calling it in the chat. I know, brilliant. But the numbers below represent the number to the right of the slash is how many points are on your local Pareto. So, you know, there's only one solution, or, well, not one solution, but 1 point on the local Pareto over here for Matter Monkey, and 0 represents how many of their solutions are on the global Pareto. By the end of the stream, Pareto's gonna stop sounding like a word. I mean, it was a name in the first place, but it's gonna stop sounding like a word entirely. I'm wondering if the tracks actually do anything in this solution, or are they just there to pad everything out? Like, pad the cost out? It's not even the most cost-effective way to increase...
Since it has looped several times and it still hasn't utilized the entire thing.
Yeah.
I assume it is there to just fill out the cost.
It's also, like, very sparse in instructions. Pareto has already stopped sounding like a word to you. Yeah. But yeah, this is where we'll be starting, and we're only going down from here. But, next up, we have, in 42nd place, with also 1 solution submitted. Oh, wait, no, wait. I almost forgot. We have to do this. Matter Monkey has notes. He says, unfortunately, I could not find a way to get exactly 299 gold. Sadly. Why is that the limit, anyways? 299.
Right.
I know the minimum is
limits...
29, and then they just added, like, a random amount to it.
Some round
we
number
do have
to the
scaffolding
minimum,
mod.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody should have used scaffolding mod to troll me. Like people did with Zorflax and, what is it, Infinite Factory mod. Hey, scaffolding mod is useful, though. It was 300, but then it was complained that it didn't match the visualizer. Damn. Place for ellipses atoms. Well, we're kind of on a tight schedule. We've got 43 people to go through, so I have to be moving on. Next up, we have at 66,000 in 42nd place, we have Rat Massive with also only 1 solution. Well, we can zoom in.
So 1 solution taking about half of the total area.
Yeah. So this is min cost, by the way, everyone. This is min cost. I do not know if this is min cycles at min cost, but it is min cost. Because I do not remember the numbers. Actually, wait, I do know. Because it's not a global Pareto. So this is not min cycles at min cost, unfortunately. Yeah. Yeah. They all look so similar, though. Most of the min-cost solutions will just kind of look like this, and you'll be hard-pressed to find out where the cycle shapes even are. It is a pretty good one solve to have. I wonder what's the one solve you can have that shaves the most area off of, that gives you the lowest Pareto points.
B plus C, maybe.
It's probably something in the middle.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. Draw a square. Almost certainly 90G? Maybe. That will be easy to test. Yes, I'm just gonna have to write a program for that, but I'm not gonna be bothering. But yeah, the notes for this one says cheap plus slow. Look forward to show. Alright. Next up then, we have at 41st place with 63,960 at only 2 solutions, we have Petrocat. Min cost? No, not exactly. Min cost plus 10 though. So Petrocat doesn't have any notes, and her 2 solutions are 60 cost 305 cycles and 65 cost 272 cycles. Also, if you see on the overlay, you can notice that there are gray spots and white gray area and white area. White area is the global Pareto so far from the solutions we've seen, but the gray part is just the entire Pareto of this current submitter. Yeah, we finally did it. What Guilty Bystanders suggested we added in the global Pareto so far into the diagram. But, you know, it's actually not really all that visible in the later solutions, and we decided to include the final number for suspense, so, yeah. I guess we could check out the other solution, a 65G, because 65 is interesting. What are we gonna do with extra 5 gold? Triangle. Oh, I see. Purification. That makes sense. I don't think there are many purification solves at low cost though. Not that I've seen. Mostly because purification kind of only becomes worth it because of the amount of tracks you need to access it at when you have more than 1 silver input, because you need to go fast. So, you know, when you have more than 1 arm that can fill the purification, it becomes much faster. It's the difference between having the 2 silver inputs. How was the decision made for the inputs anyways? Do you know, Haxton?
As I remember, it was Panic's puzzle.
Oh, this is Panic's puzzle, and
Panic already. Yeah,
Panic
Pilcock
already.
had already a puzzle, a metric that was Pareto, so we
Yeah.
decided to. I think we decided to combine the two.
I see. Alright. Moving on then, we take a huge drop into 40th place at 40,750 Pareto points. We have a new submitter. We have Zirconium. I hope I pronounced that correctly. And let's see, which one's interesting? I'll go with the min cost and we can show another extra one. These are all pretty short anyways. Well, not min cost, but this is the lowest cost that Zirconium submitted. It's pistons. We won't be seeing much of pistons. They're kind of known for being extremely cost inefficient when it comes to going fast. Hi, Vicky. Good morning. It's 7 a.m. on a Saturday. Yippee! Pistons have not been doing well this weekly so far. Hey, maybe we'll see a lot more of them in Showcase. Not that there are many Showcase solutions, but who knows? It's hard to see. Yeah, you know, even in like just CG and GC, we don't really see pistons. So, you know, on a CG GC Pareto, it's no, we're not really gonna see it much either.
If I remember correctly, the first cost soap that was shown. Red Massive, I think it was GA also.
Yeah. Biggie's pretty confident. I see. Biggie's confident that she's gonna get the full full final Pareto in her number. How many solves did Biggie submit? I do not know. I do not want to count how many Pareto solves that is. But yeah, let's check out on the other end the most expensive solution by Zirconium. 280G at 42 cycles down, okay. This is the most expensive solve, but also the fastest solve. It's just a different Pareto point for Zirconium. Yeah, gray plus white equals their Pareto and white equals global Pareto so far. Yes, that is how the overlay works. But yeah, this is their attempt at the fastest solution possible that they could make, I would assume, with no limits as to their cost. And yeah, all right. Moving on then, we have in 39th place at yet another drop at 26,320. We have 70 Storm. Advanced. This one is notes. This one has notes. Can I slowly make that box larger as we approach to thin limits? I can make the box larger. It's not going to increase its resolution though. And by that point, you know, it doesn't really matter that much. Who knows? Maybe at one point, if Biggie is confident enough, well, you know, there won't be any gray. If anybody's confident enough, there won't be any gray in the overlay, right? Right?
So on the bottom left graph, we are finally starting to eat into the area that has the some-ish solvers.
Yeah. We are no longer overlaying with the text.
Yeah.
I think we stopped doing that a while. Wait, did we stop doing that a while ago? But we have stopped overlaying with the text. But yeah, this is a solution with just several arms, and when it comes to several arms, you want to have to try to utilize them as much as possible, since you want to use as least cost as. Well, I guess for this amount of arms, you want them to be moving as often and doing as much as possible. And you can see there's a lot of downtime on these arms that makes that not the case. Some arms are doing more than others, like arm 1 and arm 5 are doing more work, and arm 2, 3, and 4 only do one thing.
Right.
One arm needed per grab, yeah. That's what this solution does.
And one bonder for each bond.
Mm-hmm. So it's pretty pricey, but not like at the maximum throughput it could at the cost. Yeah, it can be done faster. But alright, there are notes. It says, when did Pareto become a meme? Your guess as good as mine. Let's see there are a cheap solution as well. The 70 cost solution. What brings you to 70 again? Oh, 2 arms, okay. Right, if you use a single arm, one of them is going to be half-axis, so I guess this is a solution for that? But alright. Moving on then, we have... They weren't shown in the right order. There is no right order. The order is, there is no order. The order is which one has notes goes first. Oh, yeah, I see. Alright, I get it. There is a solution called Advanced, there is a solution called Chess, there is a solution called Battle. I am not showing the solution called Chess right now, though. We have a lot of solutions to go through.
Real crew project energy.
Chess, Battle, Advanced. Alright. Next up, we have in 38th place at 26,300. Only 20 points better. We have Silverbite. Here we go, starting with an ADG solution. Interesting. A pileup? I'd hesitate to call it that. I guess a bit. Bi-arm, yes. It is a pretty bi-arm. And it's kind of just opportunistically pulling the silvers. Whichever one's closer, I guess. Yeah, it is a neat bi-arm. This is arms working properly, sharing the load. The arm 2 kind of does nothing sometimes. Let's see if there's any other interesting solutions. If you did not include notes, I would just show like the latest Pareto solution, basically. That's the default that it hops to. I could show the 50 cost solution though. Interestingly enough, this is Silverbite's most expensive solution. There are no any more that goes more expensive than this, at least on a Pareto. So we have their cheapest solution, real min cost. That is min cost, all right. It was a good bi-arm. But alright, next up, in 37th place, we have at 23,805, we have 42 Genius 42, submitting a total of 2 solutions. And those are quite the effective 2 solutions to score above all the other people so far.
Very nice.
This one is 42 Genius 42's chosen solution, and it has notes. It says, maybe this one is better for Frontier than the 50 cost. If it is just showing 1 solve per person or team, please show this one, out of my grand total of 2 proper solves, as it is more likely to be unique. The other one is a min cost, though whether that has min number of cycles for Minji, I do not know. Spoiler alert, it does not. This one is a fair compromise of cost and cycles that I came up with fairly quickly, so I thought I'd add it. I don't have a Pareto curve. I have a Pareto block with a fair chunk taken out of it. Will still be way too high with only 2 solves though, but it's cool. Low time, relatively low effort week for me. For this week, myself and Jamu, if Jamu submits, are solo, but we are still a team for future puzzles, assuming just 1 or 2 matches for them. Jamu has submitted separately, yes. Is this the best 2-point Frontier? Maybe? I don't know. I think so. It's got 1 right in the middle, so, you know, that one chops off quite a bit. Yeah, everybody else submitted a lot. I don't think there's many more 2-point Paretos coming up. At all. It really... I mean, there's a 3-point one coming up.
But note that it is still 0-2.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is still 0-2. None of these are actually global Paretos yet. So that would mean the min cost solution that we can go see is not min cycles at min cost. It's 268 cycles. Does anybody know like the minimum cycles at min cost off the top of their head?
Why tell me? Because I have the host privileges.
Alright, they don't know. John going 244. We shall see. I.e. going no spoilers. Well. Here's a number pi. Thank you. Alright. Next up, we have had a bit of a drop in 36th place. We have at 19,310 Chickens in the Attic. With 3 points on the Pareto front. An attempt was made. Biggie not getting a full sweep by one cycle.
Okay, this is not quite full throughput because of the period 5.
Oh no, Chickens in the Attic is not a new submitter. No, Chickens in the Attic is an old submitter. Also known as Gearbox Gordon on the Discord, and yeah. Welcome back to the competitions of Chickens in the Attic. It's great to see you again. Hopefully the chickens are doing well. If I recall correctly, he actually has chickens, just not in the attic. Our fellow Australian farmer. But yeah, this is what I was talking about with multi-bonder, yeah. But yeah, this is what I was talking about in terms of purification is faster than projection. So this is a solution that's made to go fast, but unfortunately it has quite a lot of arms to achieve that, increasing the cost. And on the other end of the spectrum, we have their cheap solve, 2 arms. This is trackless cost, right? No, wait, no. Normal cost is trackless cost. What am I talking about? It looks like trackless cost if you don't think too much about it.
Well, 2 arms. Well, you need 2 arms to get full access on everything.
Mm-hmm. Trackless full access cost, yes. Unfortunately, this is not the fastest 70G possible, though. So no global Pareto points for Chickens in the Attic. Trackless cost is we wanted it to be faster. Mm-hmm. Doesn't have full access. Yeah. Let's make it full access to the output one moment. There we go. Alright. Next up, we have in 35th place at 17,540. We have normal existing. This is the solve they have chosen to let us see. Another min cost solve. Oh, they don't say min cost. Thank you, normal existing. JPIV says there might have just been you, but there weren't a lot of good uses of of track. Yeah, maybe not. We will see though. There are some uses of track that we might see, but looking at the Pareto front, there are not a lot of solutions that end with a 5. So. Two people saying this is their exact min cost solve and this is not global Pareto. I feel sad for you all. We will have to see in detail what the what the one cycle difference is. I will see it eventually, I think. On the other end of the spectrum, the most expensive solve they submitted at 30 cycles. 1 cycle off min. We have this solve. This is what happens when you give people an actual like main. Yeah, I guess this is a main campaign difficulty. It's not like chapter 2 or 3 difficulty. Oh, min is 27. Wait, was it min? Was it what? Look, I haven't solved this puzzle myself.
Yeah, minus 27.
Why the hell is the maximum, Oh, why is the hell is the maximum 299 cost? Alright, 27, 526, alright. The cutoff for the cycle, yeah. Wondering when you're gonna get your first global Pareto? We shall see. So, it's wasting a lot of cycles on the regrab of the output, and just, transporting all the Quicksilver. But it is at maximum throughput, I believe. 5244 isn't that hard to find? Well, a lot of people complaining in the chat proves otherwise. I wonder if I can choose like a sort of a middling solve. Alright, like 145G. It's interesting how people approach the middle solves. But I guess that'll be more interesting when it comes. Well, we can check that. We can like look at that in more detail when we look at the whole global curve.
Piston on a track that only translates.
Oh, it's got a piston. I don't know why that's doing there. I have no idea why the piston is there when it could be one arm. Not on a track. Interesting. I see. Well, I guess it's pushing, yeah, I guess it's pushing the, output to the bonder. But, you know, it could have been 2 arms, and that's, like, 3 less, cost for the, 3 less tracks. Alright. One moment, let me clear my throat a bit. Right. Next up, we have in 34th place at 13,320, we have Jamu. Cost.
Another fairly significant drop.
Yeah. I think this is 2 cycles above min. No, this starts with a 250. Never mind, it's a while away from min. Already at 13k, and it drops faster. It's 2 period above min, yeah. Yeah, but you wanted a global Pareto. Hey, maybe you get it on cycles. Or somewhere in the middle. Why is there a pivot before the output? Your guess is as good as mine. I think the pivot is needed. Otherwise, it's gonna crash into the Quicksilver, I think. Yeah. Oh yeah, Jamo says in the notes, and this G is suspiciously easy. Yeah, let's show stuff in the middle. This one was decided by, well, there are other solves with notes, so I'll show those as well. No, this was not even Pareto. Let's see. What cost count do y'all want to see? Is 80 a good 180? Let's try 180. 169G. Kind of hard to help you there. Triponder, interestingly. Yeah. This is on the expensive end. What's that giant divot over there? I think that's the 80G solution. No, not that one. Ah, it's a tri-arm. Tri-arms are efficient. So 110G over there. Biggie looks at tribonders for one specific rate target. Anyways, let's go look at the 110 as well. Sometimes this does this.
So, about how the most recent solves tend to be very cheap solves.
Yeah, I mean, it's not really gonna get that much expensive either. This isn't that complex of a puzzle.
By cheap, I mean the close to min cost.
Yeah. We're probably gonna be seeing others once we go later into the solutions. Alright, next up we have in 33rd place at 10,350 we have Fennel. Yeah, most multi-arm stuff is just to reduce the period. That is a giant hex arm. Hello! This is a fast solution. In fact, this is a... No, this is not min cycles. This is almost min cycles, though. The silver waits a bit too long before it's outputted. That's the difference. Giant hex arm go brr.
Silver waits exactly 2 cycles before being
Wait,
grabbed
this
first.
isn't min? It says Fennel. Oh no. I'm sorry, Fennel, this isn't min. Yeah, there's a regrab on the Quicksilver, you can do it without.
Also, there's the silver doesn't get grabbed at cycle 1, it gets grabbed at cycle 3.
Yeah.
Pareto curve looking nice and smooth now.
This is min right though, yeah, it sure is. Pareto curve looking nice and smooth, yeah. Let's see, let's just pick a random cost point in the middle. How about 140? If there's any like interesting costs that you want me to show, I can show those as well. Hex arms. This is in the category of each arm is doing one job solves. Fano says they have something interesting. Alright.
So arm 1 sets the pace and everything else else has to
to work along with it. Only things we haven't seen yet are debonders and calcification. Hey, we do have showcase. Maybe they'll show up.
Well, the very first soul with that debonder, it had a single debonder.
We have?
Yeah.
Wait, which soft?
What was it? Matter Monkeys.
Oh, right.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
We're currently waiting for Fano to give me a solution they want us to show. In the meantime, we can stare at this solve for a bit. Interesting Cortelli placement. Like, it looks intentional, but at the same time, it's in an interesting spot.
Not sure if the second silver has to be way up there, but then this doesn't attract area.
Feno says they're at PC. Will you be joining on the You do have a 27 cycle solutions. Alright. Oh yeah, there it is. Since you didn't tell me to... It just showed your most recent solve. Recently submitted solve. This isn't the 27C. There we go, there we go. That's min cycles. I didn't see it. You know, I should have known based on the... I guess this point is very hard to see on the visualizer, to be fair. JPIB says one of the reasons they like this week is because all the different saws made different beats when you left them on loop. It sounded cool. Yeah, this is min cycles. There we go. The difference between 27 and 30 is pretty slim. Yeah. It's number 59. I sure don't know which one that is, but at 100 cost and 84 cycles? Alright. That is a long arm. That long be arm, but that arm be long. Making words. The long boy.
So scrolling through the submission list on the admin page, it's interesting how people organize their solves.
I sure can't tell how everybody organizes their solves. Oh yeah, Feno names all their solves by a number. The alarm. Yeah. But yeah, this seems like an attempt at a low-cost solve. Just number them to match the file names, I see. Alright, moving on then. We have in 32nd place at 9,580. We have Mr. Royal Spade, who has decided to add notes into every single solution, so I can't tell which one they want to show, but alright. Lost a digit! Let's go! We're under 10k. Is this the solve you wanted to show? Damn, the Curtelli, yeah. Curtelli sitting all nice and fancy inside the spade.
It doesn't count the spade. It doesn't count the spade as artificial.
Yeah, I said to put notes in the solve that they wanted to be shown. He wanted to be shown, but all of these notes have 878 characters. I can't tell which one you want. All of them. But alright, yeah, as the notes say, every solve has the same note. You only need to read one. The weeklies are such a perfect place for experimental puzzles. I love that each week has had something unique to tackle. I especially love that it's not hyper-competitive, as sometimes experimental stuff can be divisive. This is an unbelievably cool metric. It incentivizes carving out your own Pareto path in a very intuitive way. Unfortunately, this type of puzzle isn't for me. I'm generally pretty busy, so I like puzzles I can think about throughout the day. This puzzle incentivizes making different solutions instead of optimizing one or two, so it's hard to passively think about. Even though it's not for me, it's an awesome metric that I'm excited to watch. All my songs are made within one day, so I don't expect to place well. I'm just hoping at least one of them is actually Pareto. I'm sorry, Mr. Royal Spade. You missed the cost. Anyways, you've probably seen that cost off several times, so I'm not going to show it. Is there any other song you want me to show or nah? Okay, wait, you said you probably have best just written. No, they all say best. That's just how you're marking the Paretos. Yeah. Big a rip. F in chat. Do they all have spades? Let me check. Just click a random one, see if it has a spade. Well, it sure does. Jeff in chat. Alright. Next up, we have in 31st place at 9,295 Pareto points. We have Cuckoo52. New solution 31 copy. Thanks, Cuckoo52. This is Min Cycles. And an interesting way to achieve Min Cycles at that, huh? Multi-pipeline, yeah. The instructions. How many instructions is there? 166. I wonder what the reasoning of Cuckoo52 doing multiple pipelines is. Didn't realize you could hit it at 1p if you use both silvers to purify? Maybe. The soft is pretty Cuckoo52 brain. Yeah. That is extremely expensive for Min Cycles. Let's go click on another random solve within. Let's try 100 cost, since 100 cost is quite the awkward cost number I found. XR. Two pipelines will raise that cost. Yeah, it sure does. I need to set up the mute button for one moment. I need to set up the mute button on OBS because I don't want to be the sound of coughing all the time.
Oh.
140 was the most awkward number? Mm-hmm. Not 185. Everybody has a different most awkward cost number. Yeah, some people are saying 100 is awkward, 140, 185.
And Piggy's saying 70 to 100 are all nice.
I used to have my mute button by it. I don't know where it goes. Where it went. I'll figure that out next time. Anyways, I hope y'all can put up with a little bit of my coughing. Some people said 140G was awkward. Let's see how Cuckoo52 approached that. Looks pretty straightforward to me, if you ask me. I wonder how everybody approached this, exploring the Pareto curve. I assume most people would explore it by going down the cost. Like going through every viable cost and see if you can make it faster and faster and faster, starting from min cost. Or maybe started from min cycles and went up from there. Started from both ends, met up in the middle. Yeah. Fennel says they had originally had a lot of solves not divisible by 10, but ended up out-Paretoing all of them. Yeah, it's hard to like justify the extra one track. Alright, next up, we have in 30th place at 9,290, 5 points less. We have Guilty Bystander.
Ooh.
90G, you want to show 90G? Alright. Why the margin so small? I do not know. With half the number of points on the Pareto. Yeah, how much did Cuckoo52 have? This is a familiar solve. 3-digit score? What do you mean by 3-digit score? What do you mean by a... What do you mean by a 3-digit solve? A 3-digit score? No. Nowhere close to 3 digits. I can tell you that.
Very compact 3 solve.
Yeah, it's very smooth.
This seems fairly optimal.
Yeah, it does. But apparently you can do faster in IDG, I don't know how. We will keep that in mind. It's all about redacted. Alright. Alright. Next up. Guilty Bystander, do you want me to show anything else or is this good? I know you're in the chat. That's enough, alright. No, this is also your solve. One moment. Next up, we have in 29th place at 9,160, we have X-Sucker, 888. Hey yo, we have our first global Pareto, let's fucking go!
Nice.
Suck. Egg. The eggs have been beneficial. It's the min cost solve. I'll show it in a moment, but this one has notes, so I'm gonna read it first. This is not the global one, though. But this one is the notes one. Egg Sucker 888 says, if you're only showing one solution, this is my favorite one. So there we go. This is Egg Sucker 888's favorite solve. But since it's the first time we're going to be looking at the optimal min cost solve, let's go look at that as well. 244. Any of y'all who made cost solves and got 245, hopefully you can tell me the difference. It has the same 41R but an earlier outfit. Oh, some people are saying it's different than their
Different.
244s. Yeah, there are several different 244s in terms of assembly order, but you know, as long as they're same rate, it's kind of the same. Output next to Quicksilver instead of Silver and projecting at the end instead of at the start. Is that the difference? Do all your solutions get shown? No, we'd be here forever if that were the case. I'm only in 29th place and I got a while to go, and everybody has so many solves. If all your solves are global Pareto, then yes, no, I'm not showing. I'm not showing all of them, even if all of the solves are global Pareto. Okay. I guess so. Wait, yeah. If we're gonna run through the when we're running through the global Pareto.
Always is this by the principle that.
Yeah.
So the return instruction, it only gets, so the final return instruction, it only gets executed 5 times over the course of the solve. So the final return instruction has to better be the longest one.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they're both the same length. But alright. Next up, we drop into the 8,000s at 8,570 in 28th place. We have Fuyu. This one's their note solve. That's why I'm showing this solve. It's less than 9,000. Let's go. Alright, let me read the notes. Found this relatively elegant construction method toward the end of the week, which beat 3 personal Paretos, including 2 with higher arm counts. 1 hex arm is used to simultaneously deliver 2 Quicksilver to the bonder, pivot the Tringle intermediary, and deliver 1 Quicksilver for projection. After completing the solve, making slight adjustments to the core idea ultimately produced 5 Paretos for the middle of the curve. Replacing one or both of the multi-arms with single arms gives decent cycle counts for 70 cost and 80 cost, while adding a third arm to attach the final silver cuts the period by 3 or 4, saving 18 to 24 cycles. And none of these have any notes anymore, so yeah, I think we'll just be showing 1 point and we can be moving on. Next up, we have in 27th place at 8,340, we have Non-Happy. Also no global Paretos, sadly. You know, this one kind of reminds me of Guilty Bystander Solve. It's just, you know, it's kind of lacking an arm on the bottom. We got the AKs faster than you thought we would. People are good. Whoa, input suppression, I know, right? Whoa. It can be faster with the exact same layout. What is the faster? Anyways, I'll read the notes first. It says, one of my better designs, and best when scored alone. I hope this one actually makes the true Pareto frontier. Sadly not. The little bit of input suppression I do here is absolutely vital to the low cycle count I got in this one, and the solve also sits at the bare minimum necessary to do such a suppression. I wonder how many others did something similar. Project first? We'll see more. We'll see those eventually, if, you know, if it's actually a global Pareto, as Biggie says. Actually, Biggie didn't say it was a global Pareto, just that, you can go faster with this layout. Man, it's really hard to hit the global Paretos. Yeah, it is, isn't it? The easiest ones you have are min cost and min cycles, and min cycles isn't easy either. So min cost is the easiest.
But in a true cost fashion, a lot of people miss it. Something
Yeah.
very simple to find.
Non-Happy's other solves has notes. Let me just take a look at a few. You know, the ones not at the extreme ends. Modification of Pure removes the hex arms and replaces them with 2 single arms instead. A bit faster, but 20 gold is still a lot. Which one's Pure? I guess I'll show Pure. That's a lot of arms. It's each arm just one job solve. Hex arms. A modification of an early design. This is unfortunate period 7 due to arm 3. Yeah, getting a global Paretos time first in a 20 puzzle. This puzzle isn't that hard. So you get to try it real quickly. But alright, next up, we have under 8k in 26th place. At 7,990, we have Ravioli. Main cost. Main cost, not min cycle, sadly. We're below 8k, you're worried? I think everybody's worried. Ah, that's you? Hi. Vicky says she's not worried. The confidence, damn. You know, I think you're supposed to be more worried when actually more people are hitting the min global Paretos. Spectra, you're teamed up with Grimmy. It can't be that bad, right? Anyways, notes. Ravioli says, glad to finally submit something for the weeklies. This metric was a great idea and I had a lot of fun doing it. Glad you did. JPIV says they're less confident after that 70G solve. Breadbean says they're not sure if she has a single global. Who knows? Avenger Roller says, relatable. Wow. Wow, what do you know, Avenger Roller? In 25th place, we have at 7,875, we have you and Skyhawk. Felt so confident this week. Yeah, you had 16 points on the Pareto. That's quite a lot. But alright, let me read the notes. Avenge Roller says, this has been a great week. I was cooking like a madman getting volumes of solves this week. The solve shown here was one of my favorites and showcases the construction method we use for many of our solves, which I thought was really cool when I found it initially. There are a number of interesting breakpoints in regards to number of arms as well as purification or projection. We found around the transition of 3 to 4 arms is when the purification becomes better with some exceptions. Below 70G has a bigger drop-off in terms of cycles as this is the transition from 2 arms to 1. Above 70G, everything seems to normalize to an extent. Not convinced by any means that we will be among the top scorers, but this is the best effort I feel I've put in on a week to date. By far my favorite puzzle of any tournament/weekly thus far. And Skyhawk says, took us a while to find the 27C solve. I'll be interested to see if both silver inputs for gold production is useful for anything outside of min cycles. The swing to the output is hot. Yeah. I'm surprised it dodges the silver. Then again, I haven't actually played Opus Magnum in a while. Are there any other softs you wanted to show? I can show them in cycles that Skyhawk mentioned.
The output is actually equivalent to a length 1 rotation against an atom S-tip. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this is the min cycle solve. First two, yeah, this might be the best 27 cycles we've seen. I think it's pretty darn close to min cost and min cost at min cycles. So close. Alright, next up in 24th place. We have, Kusakai I think that's for you? Yeah, it says they had a 190G 27C, which was also not min G. Alright, next up in 24th place, we have 7,625. In 24th, we have Sockboy. Who has decided to show a soft that's nowhere near the Pareto curve. Alright. You can see the dot just floating out there. Notes. Interesting metric, though a bit cumbersome to manage properly. Not being able to easily reorder and sort the solutions in-game is a bit frustrating. I wonder if there will be any ties this round. Initially, I wouldn't have thought so, but the more I played with it, the more likely it seems. It might be interesting to limit the number of solutions one could submit. For example, Pareto front of your best 4 solutions? Or maybe that would just lead to more ties. I ended up spending most time playing with the 1 and 2 arm solutions. Those seemed the most important to shave as much as possible. I guess that triangle tracks don't add much value for this problem, so I didn't test any odd cost solutions until I got down to period 6. Maybe there's some combinations where it makes a difference, but I guess not. Feels like it's almost always more efficient to add arms than anything else. You can just do more stuff at the same time. Interesting metric, this one. This is a 39C if there's no instructions padding. Yeah, let me go look at that. Actually, wait a minute. Let me just remove the instructions. There we go. Never mind. There has to be some padding. Let me go find the other 200 cost, no, 130 cost solution. It's 41C because of, Wait, that's not the one. What is this solution? Or was it this one? It's just rotated. I do not understand. Not this one. There's no other 130G soft, though. Maybe it got cheaper? I don't know. Is there a 39? No, but there's a 38. Oh, that's entirely different. I don't know. I don't get it. Alright, I'm gonna go get myself some more water though, so I'll be right back.
Well, from
I'm
in
here.
the
I have returned. What you were saying, Haxton?
from, no, from the about the discussion that's going on the chat, it can be like length to it needs track, but you can remove one track X. Yeah, exactly. Area does not matter, so people can mess with yeah, people can mess with equilibrium and have no effect on their Pareto score.
Figured out how to mute. Let's go. I figured out the hotkey.
Nice.
Alright. Now I can cough all I want. Windows noises, yes. Alright. Anyways, we can move on then. Next up, we have in 23rd place at 7490, we have Not Great. It's a purification solve. The notes say, I like this solve. It feels efficient. It has the smallest C plus G sum of all the solves I found, at least. By the way, if you're curious, this is not the global Pareto. The global Pareto is cost again. So I don't think we... I guess we can go see it. No. Look at the cost a little, see if it's any different.
So on this one, ARM1 tries to set the pace, but ARM2 has that pivot, so it needs to be 11 loop.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna look at the cost solve. Is it any different? I doubt it. I mean, I think there's ever so slightly different assemblies, but yeah, projection first. Yeah. This one looks different. This is the one John mentioned. Mm-hmm. Slightly different order, still the same cycles. Which says this is the same as theirs. Same layout as 245, but different first grab. Oof. Oof on everybody who got 245. Yeah, this is not Great's only global Pareto point. Alright. Moving on. We have in 22nd place, we have at 7440, we have Caliuresis. Caliuresis in 22nd? Damn. This is a global Pareto point, by the way. An interesting one at that. Caliuresis has 2 global Pareto points, and none of them are min cost. Funnily enough. Caliuresis also has the, also has the 245.
That try on though.
Biggie says this is their note solve. Hello. This is a note solve, man. missed this, but only slightly. And I guess the 70 cost solve is the one that we've mentioned before as well. We can check out the 70 cost solve. I'll check this solve more once we actually get to biggies, because that one has notes. Calorie resistant alright notes. But yeah, here's the 70 cost one. Project first. Yeah, Biggie says she has this too. Two global burritos. None of them are min cost. Speculating aces is their notes solve. We're starting to see the overlaps coming through as we approach the top. A lot of people are saying that it's identical to theirs, yeah. A lot of people achieved the 70 cost point. Spectre Luminous is way better than your 70. Ooh. I love seeing everybody's reaction seeing these songs going like, oh my god, how did I miss this? Or being like, oh, I have the same thing. And feeling more and more confident. Seems likely we'll see all of the global burritos before we hit the winner. No, how can I show you that? Alright. Next up, we have in 21st place at 7380. We have bees. Bees. This one is not global burrito, by the way, but it is the note solve.
Oh, 2 burritos.
Yeah. Alright, the note says, I didn't have time to search quite as much of the space I had hoped but it was fun making these. Not sure which of these are interesting, so here's a compact looking projection min plus 1. Min being cycles? No, that's not right. What do you mean min plus 1? Bees! Oh, projection min cycles, alright. But, speaking of min cycles, Pareto point, the global Pareto point, 180 cost is, 180 cost 270C, 27C is, min cycles min cost.
Nice.
People celebrating they got the 180. With, I've noticed that there's quite a few different, cycle solve. People counting how many confirmed, how many missed. Spiritual Shampoo saying cringe. Alright. There's a 90CG one as well. This one's also global Pareto. As I go down, I'll stop showing more like global Paretos. Since, you know, we're gonna reach a point where there's a person with each person has too many global Paretos for me to show all of them. People celebrating they have a global Pareto. Let's go. Alright, moving on. Next up, we have in 20th place at 7,270. We have Gary. This. We've seen this solve. The note says GC better than CG. The other is a 130 cost. Have we seen a 130 cost global Pareto yet? Welcome to the top 20. Yeah.
On this field is impressive. Very impressive.
Yeah. We have 42 submitters. That's more than like a lot of tournament weeks.
Yeah.
You go away to the toilet and we're still seeing the same solve. Yeah, yeah. Let's go look at a different solve. 130G. $130.38. The Pareto week is like a rock candy. Alright. Let's move on. Yeah, that's global. The one I just showed is global. Slapdrill, are you here in chat? Because in 19th place at 7,220, you're up next. You want to join? Talk about your solve? Solves, I guess? If not, I'll be showing your solves. Starting with the one with the most notes that's not even on the Pareto. This is a solve with the most notes, but yeah, I'll do the one with the most notes that's on the Pareto. There we go. This one's big. One moment, let me zoom out. Why is it so far away? It doesn't need to be so far away. Alright, here's the notes. Using hex arms to get more done at once is the usual idea, but this one was a pain to find. I kept thinking that using more bonders would be a bad thing. Before making this solve, most of my solution had length 1 arms as for the main work, since I needed to get the QS to either side of the bonder in one cycle. I was tinkering with this, that made me realize you don't need length 1 arms for that, which lets me optimize a few lower G solves at 90 and 132. Well, I can tell you your 90 cost solve is Global Pareto. It's that one. I can show your Global Pareto solve. This one. This one's your Global Pareto. I think you've seen this before. Yeah, I think we've seen this before. Different layout for it? Same layout? Well, I can't tell. We're gonna look through all of them in the end anyways. It's probably gonna go by quickly because we've seen most of them before. We could do more analysis then. Alright. Next up, in 18th place, we have at 7,005, we have username void. This is the Global Pareto if you're curious. Username void has no notes. Have you seen a 130 yet? 130 seems to be one of the easier ones as well. It's because it's just one arm does one job.
And that it's projection min cycle.
Yeah. It's also projection min cycles. Each arm does a job for projection. People are counting. Alright. Next up. We have in 17th place. We dropped below the 7,000 mark. At 6,765. We have Pray for Mercy.
Breaking the 6,000, breaking the 7,000.
We're breaking the 7K barrier. This one is not Global Pareto, but Pray for Mercy has two of them. Pray for Mercy has the 130 and the 180. The 180, so the min cycles and the one we just saw. So, notes. I like how this one just has completely different energy from the rest of my frontier. Somehow has the lowest area too. Alright, that's the notes. That's a huge drop, yeah it is. We've been like going down slowly by slowly and now boom, huge drop.
M3 has to do the fancy touching for the third quicksub.
Yeah, projection dodge.
Also, I kinda see what they mean by completely different energy.
Mm-hmm.
It's very cramped with that, for instance.
Yeah, we haven't seen a lot of these little cramped solves. I mean, we're gonna see more, but yeah, we just haven't been seeing a lot of them. Is this global? No. No, the global ones are the 130G and the 180G. Yeah. The 130G and the min cycles is the global solves. Alright, next up, we have in 16th place, at 6,600, we have bread. This was not global, by the way. The globals are 160G, 90G, and 180G. We've seen 90G, we have seen 180G. Have we seen 160G?
I don't think we have.
We haven't. Alright, I'll check that out in a bit. But in the first, the notes just say wiggle wiggle. Alright, let's go see the 160G. 33 cycles. Missed 160. Down. Biggie has only missed the cost solve so far. Impressive. Nice pivot. Are we still doing pivots of the week even though Zorflex isn't here with us? Big sweep for real. The double input hex arm. Biggie says her 160 is way uglier. We can go look at them. I think there's several 160s. It's either more arms or more bonders.
Oh, it has even different rate. Okay.
Yeah, there's gonna be several 160s. That'll be interesting to look at in the final Pareto curve. I guess we'll see more we'll check out a bit more 160s though. Alright, next up I find it funny how we're going faster and faster the higher we go. But next up we have since a lot of the solves we've already seen, in 15th place, we have 6,585. We have Fiesta Lern.
Fiesta Lern.
This one's not Global Pareto. I'll tell you the Global Paretos are the min cost, the min cycles, and yeah, that's it. Sorry, Fiesta Lern. Just the min cost and the min cycles. This feels like a therapy ad hiding in the title. Oh no. I swear we're not sponsored. Anyways, let me read the notes. And there's quite a few. Since this is Fiesta Land. Let's see. We choose to present this solve, not because we expect it to be a rare Pareto point, but because it is far away and because it's far and away the best sum 3 entry on our frontier, and a 1p version would completely crush for sum 4. We also just like the aesthetics. This solve of ours that we expect to be the rarest are the solves of ours that we expect to be the rarest are the 2-arm Tringo track at 85G, which earns a place on our frontier by a paltry 2C over the 80G you see here, and our 150G entry, which relies on an entirely unintuitive double-duty hex arm to match a 37 cycle benchmark we expect to see much more frequently at 160G. Heck, we made the self-same 160-37 solve ourselves on several occasions while mining for more frontier points. In our view, this puzzle frontier has quite a bit in common with Precision Machine Oil and Stamina Potion CG. To wit, all 3 puzzles require pulling 5 inputs per output. All 3 puzzles require metal promotion. All 3 puzzles have a min cycle of 27. PMO and SP achieve this at 185G. We have done so with this puzzle at 180G, global Pareto point. All 3 puzzles have a naive theory min G of 50, though SP and PMO cannot practically achieve that because of axis overload. SP and PMO both have 60G Pareto points between 191C and 195C. The same 60G strategy with this puzzle clocks in at 191C in our frontier. Sadly not Pareto. Global Pareto. Based on these similarities, and by comparison to those CG Paretos, we expect that our frontier is quite well executed at the extremes. We expect to have dropped the ball a bit in the middle, which is entirely true because the only points they got was the 2 extremes. But yeah. It is true that purification becomes necessary at the top end, and that glyph is expensive because of the axis requirements. But there is plenty of projection-only space from 90G to 150G that we think looks like it should be faster than we have managed. Still, we are proud that we have found 13 distinct Pareto points. Looking forward to seeing the true frontier. If you wonder if global Pareto, yeah, we could have made them blue dots instead. But you know, suspense. Though I am just kind of revealing all the global Pareto points, so whatever.
So the chat asking about if there's 65 cost Pareto in there, and I checked the admin page. Fiesta Learn does have a 65G solve.
Yeah, but it's not global Pareto.
Yeah.
Alright. Next up, we have in 14th place, we have Nightshine and Sergi D at 64.75. With 4 global Pareto points, those being 130G, 140G, min cycles, and 150G.
140G we haven't seen.
We haven't seen 140G?
There's a request from Nightshine to speak.
Alright. You can come on up now.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm
you want to
just
read your
gonna-
own notes? Or nah?
Yeah, that's all I'll do when prompted.
Okay. I'll let the solve run and you can read your notes. Never mind, I'm not gonna let the solve run.
Yeah. There is a looping version, I think. It
Just
should
admit
be
it.
170.31.
170.31.
Yeah, for the looping version, which costs a cycle.
Oh yeah, that one also has notes.
Yeah. It has a slightly
Wait, is it
different
this
set of
one?
notes because it was Paretoed. Yeah.
Alright.
That one had an original set of notes. This one, however, I'll read the notes for the 30. I once had a solve that was basically this, but slower. It nearly survived the process of Sergey looking at all my solves, and then sending me all the files of their solves while I updated the Pareto manifold viewer. At least one of my other solves, minim, did survive, in essence. A 60G full access solve on minimal track. It fell to a near direct update, and on a redesign I was only 12 cycles behind, 2x6. Several of my ideas survived, or at least this 170G one, Listery. All Sergey originally modified was the feed method for and from the purifier. Cheaper, but costing a cycle. I ended up copying the changes and posting my commentary with that file. However, it too has fallen. Basically, the most emblematic bit of our little collaboration, down. I had a few good ideas, and on the whole, Sergey blew me out of the water. Pretty much my whole score fell to the ship of Theseus. My name is only up so high because of Sergey. For reference, the one idea I'd had, but not yet implemented, was the half-access projector necessary for minimum cycles, minimum gold, and my minimum cost. Guild. Anyway, and my Pareto graph was at 19,900. Respectable, but in this crowd lacking. And also for reference, I ended up tying their GC solve on a similar layout with different instructions, for whatever that's worth. 12,450. Of the solves Nightshine made on his computer, with the aid of back and forth with Sergey, my personal accurate score is 12,450. How much of Sergey's placement was aided by my solutions coming first is a question for the philosophers. Feels weird to have someone walk in my footsteps. Nightshine. Theseus. And Sergey D writes, I didn't have much time to spend in exploring the frontier, but that didn't stop me from tryharding. The G Paretos are probably improvable, but I don't like tinkering with instructions to save C. Any Pareto with a period above 5 uses projection instead of purification because it requires less arms to be operated. As a fun fact, the shown solve is the only one that uses 3 bonders in our whole frontier. It could be 10G cheaper by making the hex arm pivot, but the additional latency is outside of Pareto.
Is that all?
Yeah, that's all.
Alright. Anyways, I know y'all are looking forward to seeing the 140G, so I'm gonna be showing that. 140G, 35, big hex arm. Love it. Biggie says she looked for this. That's a busy hex arm, alright. Yeah, she sure is.
Grabbing 3 things per each operation. Very busy indeed.
Mm-hmm.
$150.34 has a launching for this in its notes.
Min glyphs. Yeah, it is min glyphs. Oh yeah, your pronoun is owls, but I can't add pronouns to teams. It's not supported. But alright. Too many input glyphs. True. But alright. In 13th place, we have at 6,435, we have John John.
Oh.
This one is not a global Pareto, but I can read the notes for you. The hex arm does so much in this solve, 3 grabs out of 5, that it feels like there must be a way to use this, or something similar to make a 120G7R solution. I tried a lot of ways to do that and sadly failed. My 120G came from such an attempt at 7R. How on earth does that not collide? Input suppression, baby. Inputs only spawn at the end of cycle. Anyways, let me tell you the global Pareto points. We have min cost, min cycles, 130G, and 150G. I think you've seen all of those. Yeah, 4 or 4 known. 8 exists so far. Alright. Next up, in 12th place, we have Spiritual Shampoo, which tells me to not show any of their solves because cringe. Anyways, moving on. Oh yeah, Spiritual Shampoo has 6425. Alright, next up, in 10th place. 10th place.
Brutal.
You heard that correctly. We have Spec 98.
But yeah, at least tell what Global's Spiritual Shampoo had.
Alright, I'll say which global Spiritual Shampoo had. 120G, 150G, 130G, 160G, 180G. Not the 50G. Have we seen the 120G?
No.
We have not seen the 120G. Unfortunate. It's 48 cycles if you're curious, but Spiritual Shampoo has requested I do not show any solves.
we might see that later,
48C, 48 cycles. Spiritual Shampoo says skill issue. Cringe. Alright. Anyways, this is Spec 98. This, he says, this is probably my favorite solve from the bunch, and here's a part of my thought process. My Pareto has 12 solves, which I'd categorize as 4 fast solves, 4 cheap solves, and 4 sum solves. The fast solves are 27, 29, 33, and 38 cycles. These seem to me like the most obvious cheap cycle counts. The cheap solves are from 50G to 80G, and so 1 and 2 arm solves, while the sum solves are the 3 and 4 arm solves from 90G to 120G. I ended up with only clocks that are multiples of 10. The only other class I thought had potential was 65G, with 1 arm 3 track, but that solve ended up not even being faster than my 60G. Honestly, because I've had some of these solutions for a while and couldn't think of how to improve, I feel pretty good about my solves. Hope to see what I've missed on stream. Alright, if you're curious about Spec 98's global Paretos, there are 70G, 90G, 130G, 70G, 160G. I read 70G twice. Looking forward to what the 65 looks like. Yeah, we'll be seeing it. Eventually, I think.
So one
But
thing
anyway.
I noticed about that, that might be better fit when we later look at the global Pareto.
Yeah. But alright. Next up. Also in 10th place, tied with Spec 98, you! Yes, you! You, listening right there.
You have been pretty strong competitor this weeklies.
Yeah. You have tied with Spec 98. This was not Global Pareto, but I'll read the notes. Who? You. Anyways, I did not find much depth in my solutions. All of my Pareto solves are 1P, use an identical construction order except for choice of protection versus purification, and were found in the first 2 or so days. I had no ties, nor close to ties. I continued to work on the puzzle and tried a variety of solution techniques, but nothing else came close to Pareto. Nonetheless, with one exception of all solves have completely different layouts. Notes on specific solves. I'm guessing I have two solutions on the communal Pareto. My 60G solve should be provably cycle-optimal though. Let me check. Yes it is. I'll show it in a bit. Though I did not work out all the details on the proof, especially as showing that one latency is forced is tedious. I feel pretty good about my GC and CG solves. Maybe the 70G too, so between them, I'm hoping one is the communal Pareto. Let's see, 70G, yes. Min cycles. Min cycles, yes. And, min cost. Min cost, no. And, let's see. Continuing on, 70G and 80G used input suppression, and I failed to... And next up, I failed to get anywhere useful with multi-purpose arms. My 100G solve is the only one that has a multi-grab, multi-atoms, except for using a hex arm to load the purification glyph, which hardly counts. I think the solves between 27C and 100G have the most room for improvement. I'll be interested to see any big cycle shavings below 80G, where I'm feeling more confident. What did you submit by again, Nancy B. Drew? Oh, you are you. Okay. Alright, I'll show the 90G one first. Have you seen the 90G? We've seen this solve. Yeah, that 80 was not global. Alright, 60G. We haven't seen the 60G. Okay, I'll show the 100G in a moment. Have we seen the 100G? Well, 100G is not global Pareto, though. The global Paretos are, 90, 130, 60, 70, 180. $60G, 173 cycles. Long arm. The return of the long arm. Alright, and you requested the 100G solve as well, but this was not global Pareto. XR. Long arm is hard. The 60G one was min. This one is not min. 100G is not min right now.
So,
Alright.
So I scrolled a bit in the admin page, and there's only 4 people or team who got the 60G global.
Oh yeah, we'll see that later. Alright. Next up, we have in 9th place, at 63.35, we have Mr. Posel, who have 6 global Pareto points, this one being one of them at 60G. We've seen this solve before. The other global Pareto points are 150, 180, 130, 140, and 160. Wait, have you seen 160? I think we've seen 160. I think these are all known.
We have seen one.
But I think 160 is the one with the most variance, right? We can go check to see if that's different. Yeah, this was 2 bonders. Wait, no, they were all 2 bonders. The other one was 2 bonders too. Top 10 is still a huge achievement.
This one was identical too.
Yeah, this one looks identical.
Yeah.
Alright, next up, we have, in 8th place, at 6,330. 5 points less, I think. We have JPIV. Where did the overlay go? Huh? Wait. Let me restart this. One moment. I guess we could just skip these, right? Yeah, I wanted to show all of them, though. Wait, why is the overlay just gone? Ay, ay, ay. Let me re-download these. I don't know, they're not showing for anyone now. If the page ever loads without the meta refresh tag, it breaks forever. How do I fix it? Oh, go to the thing in OBS and refresh it. Alright. How do I refresh it? There we go. Alright. Anyways, we don't need the past. I'll put in the past solves again. Alright, one moment. The past emitter. Sorry, technical difficulties. I don't know how the past aggregate thing is implemented. Yeah. Thanks for being by to tell me how to fix it, though. Time-lapse. Yeah, now you get to see the Pareto getting smaller and smaller. Live. This is basically the stream recap, yeah. Half asleep and lurking. I see. Still appreciate having you around, though. Steam crap. I hope my stream is better than steamy crap. I can words, yes. Alright, we're back. This 110G is not a global Pareto point if you're curious. But it has notes. The note says, wait, I need to move these over again. The notes say, I hate this solve so much because it has delay in all arms. I feel like it should be beatable. But I couldn't even find a good 8-length loop at 120G. I'm just glad I beat the crappy 100G variation of this. Alright, that's the notes. If you're curious about the global Pareto points, let me go through them. They are 90G, 150G, 30G, 50G, 180G, 160G, and how many have I read so far? Was that 6? That sounds like 6 to me. 130, not 30. Maybe my mic just didn't pick up the 1. Yeah, your 80 is in Pareto. Sadly. Like your 80? Sure, I'll show the 80. Hexarm for the win. Homestuck number again. Alright. 1C off Pareto. Oof. Oh, I like how I just stopped. Yeah, I can see why you like this solve. Which push? We'll get to you. Alright. Next up, we have in 7th place at 6,295, 5 points better than that. We have Rebix. We've seen this 90G before, but it's the one that showed up. Rebix has 7 Pareto points, those being 90, 130, 180, 170, 160, 150, and 50. Oh, oh, 35 points. I can't count, right? We haven't seen 170, have we? Yeah, 170, 28. Let's go look at that. Hex Charm. Arms. I think it's just the extra bonder, isn't it? The extra bonder speeds things up. I don't know how. Biggie can explain it better than I can. +1 bonder, -1 arm. I see.
Uh-huh.
It's the multi-purpose hex arm, yeah. Just, you know, at a smaller scale. But alright. Moving on then. We have... Am I looking at this correctly? Yeah, I'm looking at this correctly. We have in 5th place, yet another tie. At 6,275, we have Silux Away and Spectria Grimmy. Silux Away is first on my list, so I'm gonna be looking at that first. This is the 160. Oh, this looks like a different 160G. It has 1 bonder.
It is.
Yeah.
It's different there.
Just squeaking in the top 5. Alright. The note says the only non-Min-C purification solve I found. 5R mixed construction. 5R mixed construction simple. Very cool cycle save with 2P. This is Global Pareto, by the way. Yeah, and the global Pareto points of Psy Looks Away are 160, 70, 110, 130, 180, 50. Have we seen the 110?
No,
No, we haven't seen the 110. Alright.
we haven't.
110, 51C. I don't know, I think there's a lot of people at 110. But we haven't seen it until
A
now.
mess of arms with lots of fancy touching.
It looks so wacky, yeah, it does. Look, I've seen the global Pareto before, and this solve shows up a lot. There's a lot of people with this solve. You have a top 10 comprised of 11 people. Alright. There's at most 6 people with this solving. 6 is still quite a bit. It's not like min cost and min cycles, but it's quite a lot. Alright, anyway, Spectria Grimmy. In 5th place. Tied. This is a much more compact 130. Anyways, no notes for them. Spectria sent me a DM saying, they wanted, 170G has been shown, so don't worry about it, and not much to say on VC. Alright. So, the Pareto points here are 130, 160, 150, 50, 120, and 110, and 90. Wait, have you seen the 120?
I think we have. I've been keeping
Right, yeah,
track.
I think we see the 120.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, we can we can see the 120 spiritual. Yeah, right. We didn't see it because it was cringe. All right, I'll show it now. 48 cycles.
Right.
Track.
Right.
Spiritual shampoo trolling you all. What's the 1 cycle difference? Can anybody tell me? Props to Grammy for doing most of the work. Yeah, Grammy is also a good Pareto optimizer. They optimize most of stab water, I think.
Tap water. Yeah.
Track besting a multi-arm. Arm 2 delivery being the key. Yeah. Grimmy is a stab water main. Grimmy is Pareto main. Yeah. Alright. I assume Biggie means silver. Anyways. Moving on. We have in 4th place, at 6,235, we have Ebanov. We've seen this solve before, but I'm going to read the notes. One of my 3-way tie on sum 171. The sum G to the sum A and the sum C. A very cursed place for suppression to come up, and unorthodox projection placement from the common opportunistic ones. This, surprisingly, at such a high score, only has 4 Pareto points, the 4 global Pareto points. And none of them are the extreme ones. Ebanov is a sum, yeah, 4th place, only 4 globals. Ebanov is a sum main, so I guess that makes sense. None of them are the extremes. His global Pareto points are 70, 90, 130, and 150. Alright. Next up. In third place. At 6,145, we have... which has some interesting solves, because their Pareto points are 150, 140, 100, 80, 70, 50, and 180, and 130. Which of these have we not seen? Because I bet there's some of them we haven't seen.
80 and
100G,
100.
100G and 80G. Hexarm. You beat this by 20, but must have forgot to submit something somewhere? Wait, what do you mean? Oh. Oh! You beat the score by 20. Does it matter? No, it doesn't matter, don't worry. You got 6125 on the visualizer. Did I miss any of the global Pareto points that I read to you? Yeah, this is the best 100G. Have we seen the 80G? I don't know if we've seen the 80G.
We haven't seen one.
Yeah.
We haven't seen the global 80 yet.
Yeah, the global 80. When I was looking at the global Pareto, I noticed that Wishpush was one of the people who had like single unique points. Often. 2 of them just here. That we've seen. Yeah, I know, crazy. It's reasonable that most people didn't find this. This does not look like it should be fast. Well, it is apparently. It's impressive. It gains
Very
2 cycles by
song-ish.
being 6p. You had an 8075 with a similar layout. Yeah, 1 cycle off.
Like the pattern of the atoms
Oh,
in
you
the
have a
hexagon,
72C now. Damn, okay, yeah, submit it. I want to see it. Submit it to the website, and I'll mark it as unshowcase. Just submit it as showcase on the website. I'll mark it as unshowcase. And we'll see it when we do the global. Tell me when you submit it, by the way.
So the pattern of the atoms in the hexarm, I wouldn't have thought that would have worked, but it does.
Might need to come back to. Alright, just tell me when. Since it doesn't really matter until global Pareto. We'll see it then. Alright. Next up. drum roll for our second place, and at the same time we will be revealing first place. We have at second place with a score of 6,110. We have Team Hello Jajian. This is the 110G solution. Except it looks wacky. Anyways, the global Pareto points of Hello Jajian
Congrats,
are...
Biggie, on the win.
Yeah, congrats Vicky on the win. We have 110G, 170G, 50G, 60G, 160G, 65G, 65G, we'll see that in a bit, 180G, 90G, 125G, and 130G. Alright, 2 unique ones. We'll go look at those. We got a 65 and a 125. Anyways, in the meantime though, I'm gonna read the notes. The schedule is all. The schedule is the essence of Professor Pareto's transmutation. We count the number of atoms we must handle, 5. Grant each atom an indivisible set of 4 instructions to move the atom, and include 2 more instructions to account for the 2 pivots. Another 2 instructions account for the motion up to the output glyph, for a total of 24 instructions to schedule. We distribute these sets across the arms in a cost target. To do better than this requires a multitasking multi-arm, non-resetting multi-arm, or a work-sharing track. But if I get one more reroute problem with multi-arms, I swear to Asmodeus I will feed the offending arm to the glyph of disposal. The other big limitation, besides geometry, was access points. Sometimes we could count access points on arms and determine that an arm with 3 jobs couldn't perform all 3 in 4 instructions each. Inflating the schedule. Here, there are 5 4-instruction jobs to split across 4 arms, so one of them must take 2. We pack all of the pivots onto an otherwise not very busy arm, so one arm can alternate between moving silver and quicksilver for a minimal 8 instructions. Extra arms are more important than anything else. Every 20 guilder increment spent on multi-arms or extra glyphs of bonding could instead be an arm that solves the scheduling well. We only use extra bonders for the fastest machines. My prediction is that Professor Pareto's solution book has a frontier smaller than 6,000 units, but that we only slide below that benchmark by pooling our efforts. Alchemist Kazian, in correspondence with Alchemist Jasper. Anyways, what did Witchfish say? Oh, he submitted it. Alright. I'll check it out later. Anyways, we have some solves to check out. Let's go see the 65. Better Quicksilver axis, I think. Oh, this was global. Oh, you mean yours? Yours isn't global. Alright. Yeah. Two silver inputs. Missed that for 65. I see. I guess that makes one of them closer, yeah? More opportunistic grabs. Anyways, there's also an interesting 125 in here. I don't know what's that. I want to check that out too. Making use of 5 extra gold for to improve the cycles is very impressive. 7.5 are because the arms switch positions. I see. The two different Quicksilver routes, yeah. Impressive solve. Yeah.
Mhm.
This one cooks. Mm-hmm. But alright. Moving on. Let's go see the winner. At 6,075, we have Biggie. Biggie, you wanna hop on VC?
Yes, I do. Hello.
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 Let's see.
This-
I can no longer hear the stream, so I can only hear what y'all are saying. But
Alright. Let's see. Let me read out your global Pareto points, though. You have 9 of them, so that's one less than Team Hal Jassian. So you have the 150, the 90, the 70, the 60, the 170, the 110, the 130, the 160, and the 180.
yeah, I missed the 50. I was slow on the 65 as well by 5 cycles. I was not on the 80 because Witch Push showed that there's way better there. The 100 also, there's a hex arm version that's better than mine. My 100G is really cool though. I want it to get shown now that I know it isn't Pareto, just because I think it looks so good. The 100.
Sure. Yeah, I have it here.
This 150 has been shown. This was actually the one that Calioresis made that I said it was exactly the same as what I made.
Yeah, I remember when you mentioned that. Here's the
This one has a
non-global
cool
Pareto.
multi-purpose tri-arm that isn't even a global, but I really like this solve because it was my smallest 156. I had a couple of 156s, but this was the smallest one.
Can I drop the entire submission folder into the tool and tell you the global Pareto? Wait, it's coming up. I'm doing that in a bit.
Nice. Yeah, my 65 isn't new. My 120 is suboptimal. Yeah, my 160 I think is also not shown before. It's a different 160-33. It's 6P. It uses the Kazian purification arm.
Mhm.
So if we pull up my 160, it's a different way of hitting a known global. And my 110. My 110 is also a different way of hitting a known global.
Yeah, I'll check those out in a bit. The higher cost we go, the more different variations of the known global there are.
This one is 6P because it has a delivery by an arm that does a delayed drop. So in the last one, it can undelay the drop. But this is, I think, the only 4R or 4 plus epsilon R 160. Because all the other 160s I saw that were at 33 are 5R, and they just had a really low latency. I didn't even try to find a 5R at 160 because I already had this.
Mm-hmm. And you said you're 110 or 100?
My 110. Yeah, my
Alright.
11051 is lower area than the other 11051s that we've seen, but it does have a weird 6P dodge because it uses input suppression.
Mm-hmm. Which one was your Bestagon solve again?
Oh, the Bestagon one was the 130-38. It's just another layout for the 130-38 that a lot of people found.
Yeah. Let me see if where's the 130. There we go.
But yeah, the one that's on stream right now has the Quicksilver swinging through the input, which is
Very slick.
very funky. It's because it needs to dodge the silver coming through.
Panic found the emotes. By the way, I have emotes. I have follower
Panic
only
found your
emotes.
Yeah,
I
this
do
is
ha-
lower area than the others. I sweated this. I sweated this hard.
Mm-hmm. I forgot what my follower only emotes are. I think Azuri Paul is one of them. Yeah, there we go. Everybody Azuri Pawing in the chat. Yeah. I assume, Kazian, I assume you mean 85G. Was the 85G not Global Pareto?
I
guess
had
not.
an 85G that got beaten by my 80G, and that 80G then got beaten by Witch Push's 80G. So
I guess the 85G was just straight up out Paretoed by something else. Yeah. But alright. While this runs, I'll be downloading...
we were gonna look at my 130.
Oh yeah,
We're gonna
oh
look at my
yeah.
130 just for the Bestagon layout.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I hope that when we go through the global burritos, you list how many teams or submitters got each one.
Oh no, it's gonna be on screen. Don't worry.
Nice, perfect. I didn't know what the layout was gonna look like.
Yeah. But if you want, you can stick around and we can talk about the global burritos. I think you probably have a lot of insight to it since you're first place.
Yeah, I can be here for that.
Yeah, but in the meantime, I need to download which pushes better solves because that affects the global burrito. Let me uncheck it from Showcase so it goes in the right file.
I'm pretty sure looking at all of the ones that I missed and just doing pixel math that it goes under 6,000, which is really exciting that no individual broke 6,000, but the community does. Yeah, I didn't say it was a Bestagon solve. I said it was one off the Bestagon with an arm outside. But people just remembered the word Bestagon.
It does go under 6K. Yeah, nobody knows the score yet. Well, I mean, I guess you can calculate it if you knew the score before, but since Witch Push just submitted one.
This just does a really good job of outlining the hexagon that it almost fills because the length 2 arms cover those gaps. And then the length 3 arm that's there to put Quicksilver on the bonder is like, me too, please. Friggin' pick me arm.
Alright. So, for the grand reveal on what the final Pareto is, we have, as it loads, $5,905.
Oh, wow.
Almost a 400 under 6,000. Sub 6,000. Yeah, there it is.
We got 16 out of 16. Imagine all the global Paretos.
Anyways, I don't need the notes open right now. We already checked most of those. Let me close that off.
If instead of doing pixel counting, it's just measured by who had the most global Paretos, then Hello Jazzian does beat me, and that's kind of good.
Yeah. It's a different metric. But alright. It's time for the victory lap. So, min cost solutions, they're almost all identical. I think there's 2 variations and we've seen them all, but I'll just show them all. So, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 people who got min cost and min cycles at min cost. And I assume most of these are similar, so I'll just show the notes immediately. Oh, just automatically pop up, alright. I'll just go through them. It's a victory lap. I think you've seen these, right? They're not really all that different.
So they're the ones that have Quicksilver as the grab point on output, and then they're the ones that have Silver as the grab point on output, and it's fascinating that they both come to the exact same rate, and I guess the whole thing to look for when trying to get when a quick min cost solve finishes, it has to be, given that you have the same rate, as far away from the first grab as possible. And that's like a weird counterintuitive thing, is like you want it to make it look fluid from dropping to starting the next one, but if it's at the same rate, every single extra cycle between dropping and grabbing the next input is an extra cycle that you have to execute on the 6th product.
Yeah. Although both of them take 2 cycles to return, so I don't think it's
I mean, all the 244s take 2 cycles to return. All the 245s take 1 cycle to return, and that's the thing I'm thinking of right now, because I only had it 2.
Oh yeah, this one has extra, but it does the 2 one after, so it saves that 1 cycle.
Are there any that are 6p? Any of these 50Gs?
Not that I'm aware.
Kazian points out that 243 is a target with one specific layout, but there's geometry that prevents it.
Huh. What does not great not show up on the list over there? Interesting.
The list is the also, so it's going to take whoever you're showing and show everyone else, I thought.
Alright.
Also, wait, is it called Sapphic Mercury on your version? I was late to the stream. This is the first I've noticed the title.
Yes.
This is literally the first I've noticed the
It's
title.
on the stream. It's in the game. It says Sapphic Mercury everywhere on my computer.
Well, all right. Well, I'm glad that I was on the call for my reaction to that, even if it's 2.5 hours delayed. It's just now that I saw it. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's never been on screen for long enough. I guess it's not been on the stream title, but yeah.
Who looks at the title?
Who looks at the title? Not Zorfax.
Long Bacon Store.
Long bacon. We love long bacon.
Where'd you get such a long bacon? Long Bacon Store.
This one's yeah. Most of these are quick silver grabs. This one's a silver grab. Yeah, let's look at this one a bit.
I mean, whichever one you grab on the output, you have to grab the other one on the first input. So there's a build order for either of them. I don't have to beat myself up for missing a single cycle because I already won it. Okay, okay.
Yeah, I'm not gonna stay on each solve for long. If they're identical, I'm just gonna, you know, go over it. Oh, this one has equilibrium. It's area conscious. But alright. We can move on. Next up, we have all the 60 cost solves. I think there's less of those. We have
60 and
4 people.
173. I only remember a couple.
We have 4 people at the 60 cost point. Yeah.
Oh, this one builds it upside down. That's funny. It's the exact same solution. It just
Yeah, it's mirrored. I think these are all identical, so I'm just gonna go through them quickly. Yeah, no, this one's identical.
Yeah, you have to set up. You have to
This
set
one's
up the
identical.
projector and then output with the same sweep.
This was identical. Alright, next. We have the 65G, which even less people have, just one. Yeah, just only Team Hello Jazzian has this,
Yeah, my 65G was 154, and I know that RPO had talked about a 160. So there were a few people to try 65G and not quite cycle
Let me see, 65G we have, at 154 cycles we have a lot of people.
Okay, a lot of
We
people
have
at 154 then.
Spectre, Grimmy, Rebix, Pray for Mercy, Ebonov, Witch Push, Biggie, and oh, Team Hello Jazzian also has a 154. So yeah, a lot of people got the 154. Team Hello Jazzian thought a 149, and just they are unique now.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Next, 70G. I think all the 70Gs look like this. I haven't seen anything different, so we're gonna go quickly through them.
Yeah, this layout, I mean, my first 70G was in the, 90s of cycles, and then I found this, and I was like, oh, shoot, I'm glad I didn't miss this. This is a very slick solve.
So 3 inputs, nice move away from each other. So each arm can act on two inputs.
Yeah, since the Quicksilver needs 3 grabs, you need both arms to be able to touch it, because I guess you don't need it, but one arm has to do 3 things and the other has to do 2 to get 5 actions.
Right.
And yeah, they're all identical. Gotta check though. Did all the 70? I don't know, were you looking? It seems like quite an obvious place to put Kertelli, though. The only empty grab point. Well, I mean, Arm 1 also has empty grab points. Spectre Greavy had 100 cycles. That's a lot slower compared to this.
Yeah, that's actually a devastating chunk of pixels there. It's like 160 pixels. That's the difference between first and fourth or fifth, at least.
Yeah. It's a funny solve. Alright, we can see it. That Quicksilver goes all the way around. Didn't find the suppression tech though. Alright. Next up. ADG. Only with push. This one's the 72 one.
Yeah, I love this. I want to see how that saves 2 cycles versus the 74 that we saw already. It still has the output far away from everything. Is it just a better initialization for the 6P, or is there something nifty at the ending?
Maybe. Oh, it doesn't loop this time. Same layout starting backwards.
Oh, I see. Yeah, it doesn't have to rotate clockwise to get the first set of things out, because it can literally just, or counterclockwise, it can literally just rotate clockwise. It initializes 2 cycles faster.
Alright.
This is so good.
Which push has a lot of unique solves, or had a lot of unique solves. Next up, 90G. We have a lot of people at 90G. I think most we've seen were also just identical. Maybe with slight differences.
This is the one that has Quicksilver to projector and then grabs on top of the Quicksilver hole to output. Yeah.
Also the same thing I've observed on the 70G. The arm 1 and 2 both grab Quicksilver and Silver.
They're even oriented all the same way. It's like I'm looking at it. It's like I haven't even changed the solve. Alright, this one looks slightly more decorative.
It's just diagonal.
I know, but it has a triangle. It looks nice.
Right, I was looking at the Twitch stream, so I was looking at the previous solution, not this one, until you had said
yeah.
The one novelty metric called buckles.
Yeah, they're all the same. Alright. Next up, 100G. I think also only witch push. Yeah, this was a witch push unique solve.
It's so cool that witch push took a different Pareto route and found some that no one else found.
Yeah.
Oh, the arms and alliance stuff.
I think if we're going for unique Paretos, I think witch push and Team Halo Jazzian has the most. Witch push has 2. Team Halo Jazzian has 2, I think. And makes sense that they're second and third place.
Gosh, if the thing was Paretos nobody else found, I wouldn't have been. Oh gosh.
Alright, next up, the 110. Yeah. Achieved by 4 people.
I wonder if any of them have a lower area than my 6P one. Because the 6P one is low area compared to this that has to swing the output twice at length 2.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of variance to this. This one swings a lot.
Yeah, I had a 11051 that is exactly the one that's being shown on stream right now, but I replaced it with my 6P one because I thought I can get lower area.
Let's see if it goes lower than 27 then. There's 2 more. No, this one looks more. Yeah. This one's interesting. Just different geometry, but same solution, I assume.
Yeah, this is inverted so that the output is inside of the arm's swing radius instead of outside it. So this is lower area at 1P, but it's not as low as my 6P.
Biggie's was 27, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, Grimmy says they're
I
optimized for area, but still not as good.
I disabled collisions so that I could get a 110/50 just because that needed to happen for Catharsis, but it needed collisions disabled. There's just a geometric impossibility.
Uh-huh. Alright. Spiritual shampoo, here's your 120.
Cringe. So the 120s that are 48 all grab silver with the arm that is on the track. And that's something that I think I missed. Because I grabbed Quicksilver with the arm that was on the track.
Spiritual shampoo said if they achieve no global Pareto points, he will be all Pareto for real, in real life. And not be shown on stream at all.
It's okay, Grimmy. You have a unique non-cringe Pareto.
Uh-huh. Let's go look at the non-cringe one. Is it a different solve, or it's just, I think it's probably fundamentally the same, right?
It has we showed this on stream. It has silver grab on the track, and everything about the delivery is the same. The only change is the location of position. The location of position? What am I saying? Don't invite me on stream. I don't speak the English language.
Piggy,
I say to
you're
people
on stream
who are
with two people who are second language. Well, I mean, like, I'm barely English second language, but you're talking to two people in Asia.
I'm cringe. I'm so cringe.
Alright.
I mean,
Next.
I use English more than Korean, and
You do?
I still,
Mood.
I still don't.
How's your Korean then? Anyways, this is 125. The unique 125 that we saw. I use about the same... Oh, you go.
No, 130 goes all the way down to 38, so it seemed like 125 was going to be a silly thing to try to optimize, but this is so cool to see.
It's one cycle better. So it's a unique Pareto point.
It's
Though,
15 cycles 2p, so this is 7.5 hours. Also a unique RG point.
though sadly, I don't think this saves much pixels.
It's 1 pixel on the global, or like
Yeah.
1 sliver of 5 pixels on the global, but it's still so cool that it exists.
Alright, next up. The 130 pileup. There's a lot of them here.
Yeah. This is all the min cycles on just a or just a projector. I'm wondering if the area goes below 20, because I cared a little about area on mine.
We'll see. That's 20. The spiritual shampoo has the same solve as you.
Yep, it's
But
the
mirrored.
Pentagon with an arm outside.
Yeah. 25?
Bye, Bunny Dad.
Oh, alright. I love Matt Master's bunnies.
Apparently, he's currently dealing with a multiplying population of rabbits, as they tend to do.
Yeah, it's like a math problem. He's like the person he's like the guy in our math problems now.
But there's fortunately an upper logistical bound for rabbit populations. They will not find ways to make more rabbits if they cannot feed themselves.
Yeah, but like I would assume Mad Master doesn't want it to reach that point because of the his garden.
Yeah.
Alright. Anyways, these are mostly identical. This was 25. This was 24. We'll look about to see if there's any... this was 23. We're just counting down the area. It's just not Pareto optimal for rabbits to be in that state. How much was this? 23 also? 20? Yeah, this one's yours. And this one's 32. Oh, that's a big one. These all have the same
You're going
construction
through these-
method, aren't we?
Yeah, you're going through these quickly enough that since I'm watching a Twitch stream but listening on Discord, you're like 3 solves ahead of me.
Oof.
Maybe I have to refresh Twitch.
21? Alright. You know, I can also stream on Discord and hopefully that works out alright.
Nah, I don't know. This is fine.
And the Rebix one. Oh,
Yeah,
17 area! Alright. This one
Rebix.
beats you.
We got the 17 at the min for projection only. Let's go.
It doesn't use the top right corner of the hexagon.
Oh yeah, this is able to do the 2 path to the bonder and then undo one of those paths to the output.
Mhm.
That's a cool thing that I like to see when you have 6 instructions on the arm, is for it to take 2 actions to get to where it's going, crossing over the place it needs to stop.
Yeah. Alright. Next up, this one's 27 area. How much does Grimmy have? Let's see, Mr. Puzzle has 21. Or Mr. Puzzle. And, yeah. Grimmy also has 20. In a different, layout, but, yeah. And Night Chaser GD at 25. Alright, next up.
This got to be the point with the most people, I think, because this is...
Yeah.
Unless it's going to be min cycles, but I don't think that's common as this.
The 140 point by Witch Push. And 2 other people. I wonder if these are going to be unique, or are they just going to look the same?
Gosh, I looked for this. I looked for a way for the arm that did 2 jobs of silver to also do output, and I just
Yeah.
wasn't able to find one that didn't crash. Like, when the Quicksilver swings in alongside the output, I thought that would crash, but I didn't look at it this way.
140 was hard to see. Yeah, there's only 3 people that have it. As you can see on stream in the overlay. Yeah, they're all identical.
Oh my gosh, I think I tried this one with the 2 arms handling Quicksilver above the Quicksilver instead of below it in the orientation. And that was the only difference that I had between this and Global.
Oof.
I don't think my notes for the 150G got read on stream because I was
Oh yeah, you didn't read the notes
just
because you
pointing out
just
how
hopped
it was
on.
the same as Cagliarisis's, but
Yeah.
in the notes I include, I like the multitasking triarm. I wanted to have it deliver output for 140G, but there were collisions I could not avoid.
It's quite a lot of people at this point as well. This one's the Hexarm double silver delivery point, right? I think.
There's also one that looks like the 140G, but is 1 latency better for extra upgraded arm.
Ah, I see.
Yeah, I know that Cagliarisis had this exact 150-34
this
that
one?
I had, and this is different from this one.
This one looks different.
This one
What's
is
this?
different and still isn't the one. We looked at this one on stream because somebody had
Yeah.
this.
It's Witch Push. Witch Push with the unique solves.
This one is the same as the 170-28, except it is working at period 5. But the multi-purpose arm that delivers to the
Well,
silver
this
to
one also
purifier
looks
and
different.
gold to output.
Yeah, this was the latency shade that you mentioned, right?
Once
And it doesn't have
loads on Twitch.
Yeah, and doesn't have to have it. Oh, but this is
Yeah.
your solve.
This is my solve. This is Cagliarisis' solve too.
Yeah. And it doesn't have to be a hex arm because of it. Oh, we've seen this one. We've also seen this one. I think that's all of them, right? Yeah. Yeah, this one's Cali Races.
I'm gonna refresh your stream just in case I'm falling further behind.
Alright. I can stream on Discord if you need me to.
I don't know if it's internet though.
Usually Discord is
Okay,
better.
I'm paying you. I'm paying you. You get an ad.
Right, I forgot that happens. Duh. Sorry,
Oh,
people.
you also got a scam
Yeah,
bot
I
at
also
the
got a
exact same time
scam
that
bot.
I got an ad.
Yeah. Bop. I know, I see. The dialogue doesn't want to show up though. Where's the ban button? There it is. Goodbye.
I guess, yeah. Who or you or Nancy B. Drew all ask in chat whether there are any CG points the community has missed, which obviously we can't answer right now, but we can look for in the near future.
Yeah. Anyways,
Yeah, my stream is also stuttering.
oh yeah,
Chat
no, my
reports
my
there's
internet
some
was
stuttering.
being slow for a while. I think it's better now.
That's why I asked if you should be Discord streaming or not. And if you're not Discord
Yeah.
streaming, that's going to
No,
be
it's
better
just-
because it's going to not stretch your bandwidth.
This one is interesting. What's this? I guess this is the same as
one
Which
which
Push Dog.
had with the
Yeah.
byarm.
Just orientated differently. Alright. Next burrito point. 160. Also quite a few people on this point.
Yeah, this is the one that you could get with 5R or you could get with 4 plus epsilon R. I don't know if you could get this with pure 4R.
Yeah, you have the variance between one bonder and 2 bonders. And like a variety of layouts to achieve that too.
Hello Jazzian had the same 160 as I did, yay, with the 6P and... I mean, it's a Kazian arm. This is what I call the Kazian arm for the purification loading.
This one resets. Unlike the previous
Yeah,
one.
mine... I always prioritize the /L over the instructions, because I was the one who argued for /L to even exist on the frontier at all.
Mm-hmm. Alright.
I take the L, even at cost.
Yeah, we've seen these solves. Will this puzzle be going on the leaderboards? No clue. Going by how these things go historically, probably. I mean, it seems like one of the puzzles that people like
Probably gonna
enough.
be voted on.
Yeah.
It would hit the best of weeklies because it isn't totally scuffed in what you're expected to optimize for in pitch drop. Die Hard as well. Just thinking of all the ones where it was like, yeah, this is a weeklies moment.
Alright. And the 170 point, which 3 people achieved. With a big
Yeah,
hex
that one
arm.
goes all the way down to min +1.
They're looking identical to me. This one's just mirrored. Yeah, they're basically identical. This one was hard to hit, yeah, I can imagine. Though, maybe if you hit min +1... If you think about min +1,
Oh wow,
maybe it's
Rebix.
easier.
Rebix sources the silver from the one that the hex arm is grabbing. That's actually fascinating. It's different from the other two because it's grabbing a different silver.
And it passes it through the output.
That's such a slick grab.
And then finally, we have min cycles.
Probably the second most popular Pareto point. I have to guess.
Yeah, there's a lot of people.
I messaged Panic. Gosh, how early was it? Noon on the day the puzzle dropped, and the puzzle in my time zone dropped at around 10 a.m. I messaged him with the 180.27 saying, this gotta be CG. Now we're looking at area, I guess. What's the lowest area we see?
This one's 43.
This is already lower area than mine.
This
is
one's
already
44.
lower than mine because I have a hex arm on the outside.
Yeah. This one's 63. And it's big. It's a big boy. This one's 43. What's the lowest so far?
We've had a 43, and I think this is the second 43.
This was 40.
That's
very
lower.
compact.
Which push with the unique burritos yet again?
This isn't even Witch Push, this is Silex Away.
Oh, I was looking at delayed chat.
Or
Delayed Twitch.
yeah, Fierce 11 has the same solve, also at 40.
Ended. I'm still trying to get it to load.
Hopefully we are back now.
Are you able to hear me?
Yeah,
Okay,
I was
your
able to hear you the
stream
whole
is
time.
live.
I know it died. I was checking it. Alright. Damn, it just had to be at the end of the stream. Anyways, this is also 40 area. It's the same solve, I think.
Did you know that there's a Twitch streamer named OMG It's Abby? Spelled ABI.
Oh, 2 letters off.
You're so close to being a non-unique burrito on the Twitch frontier. Fortunately, they never allow duplicates.
42. $41 area. Where's the extra one from? Yeah, hi everybody, I'm back. My internet died for a moment there, I don't know why. I'm using my data right now. Almost done. And there we go, this one's the
And
last
then
one.
there's going to be a speed solve, right?
I can check the showcases. But before the showcases, though...
Not speed solve for this puzzle, it's speed solve for next week.
I see. Yeah. Well...
That's...
We're gonna be revealing that. Who didn't pin? Somebody didn't pin the event link. Let me do that real quick. I shall be downloading the puzzle as well. Anyways, for week 6, we have someone who has been very excited to show us their puzzle by Yash.
Pestering us as by this moment, actually.
Is it production?
It's production by Yash.
Indeed.
Retro refining. And
Purification in a cabinet. Oh, with cycles and some. Okay.
here's the glyphs. We have another scammer. Go away. Goodbye. Also, hi Nomi. Nomi's my girlfriend. She's here to say hi. Yeah, another bot. Nomi just waved in the chat. I don't know if she's still here. Opus Magnum is not her thing. But yeah, this is next week's. This is week 6, everyone, by Yash. It's retro refining. The metrics are it should already be revealed. It's cycles cost and sum.
Cycle sum. Yeah,
Production sum.
Right.
So CGI instead of CGA. Pat, there. Just sit back and watch the show. We're almost done. Same metrics as this week. Well, I mean, it's cycles and then secondary cost. And then we have a sum. Sum is different. I guess it's CGI instead of CGA.
Production sum has never been a metric before.
Yeah,
right?
it's interesting.
If we don't count the RPO's tournaments, then it has never been a metric.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because the RPO tournament kind of just did everything.
Yeah.
Production sum is interesting. Yeah, it's a different way to think about it if you're doing instructions instead of area. Anyways, while people are working on that .d, let me boot up the showcase solves. There's not a lot of them. First of all, we have Team Hello Jazzian with a with an RI solve. Okay. At 16 instructions. And then another solved by Team Hello Jazzian. We have what is this one? Wait, where did it go? Wait, where's the solve? Oh. I don't have reductive metallurgy. One moment. No, I want to show it. We got the time. I'll do it later, though. Just send me a link to reductive metallurgy. Conduits. I see. I have no idea what's happening here. Oh, you just give the solution? Alright. Good to know. Anyways, I think this is overlap cycle. No, overlap instructions. Yeah, conduits. Jamu has a min-cycle solution that he wanted to show, but you know, it exceeded the cost. I think. Does this exceed the cost? I don't remember. Might be overlap cycles too? Maybe. Yeah. And the Zorflex would be proud. 300G 527 cycle showcase. Yeah, we also saw one of these. Sadly, Zorflex is not here. Aw, it spells Zorflex. Cute. I'm gonna send that to him. Luna sent the reductive metallurgy to me. Alright. Alright, and let me download reductive metallurgy and I can check out the solve. Shouldn't be too long.
Okay, I finally finished the speed solve.
I'll tell you if you're first.
Production is hard.
Mm-hmm.
Just admit it too. Your solution. Submit it successfully.
I haven't used reductive metallurgy, like ever since the beta.
And you win the solve.
Thank you.
And win the
Thank you,
speed solve.
thank you. It's just like production is a thing.
Metallurgist folly. Does it use any of the other glyphs? No, it's just the Rivari's wheel spinning. Thank you.
Oh gosh. It's literally only
Wait, where's
metallurgy for
the-
funniness.
It's you can give it too because it has one instruction. I guess it is OI. Oh, user rejection. Okay. I guess we can try taking
Projection
it
and
apart.
rejection to create the other Quicksilver. I see.
So that's
it's
why.
not duplicating inputs, it's using a thingy.
Amusing. Alright.
Amazing that this actually outputs every 1.5 cycles.
I don't know if it's
'Cause
because
that's
I
how long
tinkered it.
That's how long it takes to use up
Yeah.
that much Quicksilver.
Alright. And there we go. That should be all for the stream. So as a reminder, retro refining is our next week at week 6. This is a production puzzle. The metrics are cycles, ties broken by gold, and production sum, which is cycles plus cost plus instructions. But yeah, that's where I'll be ending the stream, and I hope you all had fun, and we'll see you all next time.
I had fun. Thank you so much.
Alright,
And thank you for streaming.
yeah, it was a fun time. Yeah. We'll be seeing you all next week then. I think next week is Haxton, right? You're streaming?
Yes.
Alright. Well, we'll be seeing y'all then. Bye!